So you're in Bali and you want to see all the amazing waterfalls that Bali has to offer. Well, you're in luck. If you head up to Munduk, then we can show you 7 amazing waterfalls.
We're going to be showing you the best route to take in and around Munduk, and it's going to be a 2-day itinerary. We're going to start with Giggy waterfall, most commercialised waterfall. And next up is the Munduk waterfall, which is also known as Red Coral waterfall. The next one is Honky waterfall, followed by Melanting waterfall.
And on the second day, you're going to do the waterfall, Croya waterfall and Aling-Aling.
So that's what's involved with the 2-day itinerary. Let's get into it. We're going to check out some waterfalls, so stay tuned. What?
Oh, people want to see that, don't they?
We're going to start with Giggy waterfall.
We've got our raincoats on ready because we're in the mountains and it keeps raining all the time. But it's not going to dampen our spirits.
Giggy waterfall is probably one of the most commercialised waterfalls. It's easy to get to, again, it's a parking area, but we do recommend to get there before 12 PM if you're going to do this waterfall, because it can get quite busy.
It was amazing driving there on the back of the scooter. I could really appreciate all the views. Munduk is just such a gorgeous area, literally on top of the mountains, so you can be on top of a mountain in some clouds and then you dip down and then it's no longer raining. Yeah, there's just sun shining and it's gorgeous, so the drive there is amazing.
When you actually get there, you park up, because it's one of the most commercialised and one of the most popular ones is tour guides before you go in, and they'll be like asking you, you know, do you want a tour guide? Do you want me to tell you about all the other waterfalls? You don't need a tour guide for this waterfall. Yeah,
it's a really easy walk. You can do this with children, with your grandma, because you can literally just walk there, and there's loads of vendors there as well. There's loads of shops, so you can get food, you can buy whatever you want.
As we're walking down, we're walking through shops and warongs and stuff like that.
Commercialised as hell.
Yeah, so it's very commercialised. Take it with a pinch of salt when you're going around, because it can get annoying. You're going to get loads of people coming up to you, asking you to buy clothes, souvenirs, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, and then sometimes they actually grab you as well and like throw things in front of you, but I guess it's just part of the experience.
So when you get to Giggy waterfall, it's a bit different. They've even got toilets there and a little hut where you can get changed or just chill out from the sun. This one you can actually chill out in the pool there. It's a bit rocky, it's a bit slippy, but once you're actually in the pool, nice and relaxing, cool really down, nice. Just enjoy the water splashing down, getting some spray on your face, all that sort of stuff. But yeah, it's really nice. We spent maybe 20 minutes, half an hour here just chilling, taking photos. It's nice for the families as well. We saw a few families there, so. Yeah, and even though it did have a lot more people there than any other waterfall we've been to, it was still nice because it wasn't overcrowded. You do have your own space. You do have to pay an entrance fee. The cost for an adult is 30,000 rupiah and for a child is 10,000 rupiah, so keep that in mind. So the first waterfall you'll see is Munduk Waterfall, also known as Red Coral Waterfall. This is a really easy trek to do. You literally turn up to the car park and it's a 15-minute walk and then you're at the waterfall. Yeah, when you get there is a parking area. The fees are really small. I think parking was 2,000 rupiah and to enter was around 10,000 rupiah. So from the car park and you start walking towards the waterfall, you'll see this makeshift path that's made out of bamboo and then concrete over it, and you're quite high up as well in the mountains. And you'll see on the left hand side just a beautiful landscape of the mountains. Nice green forest area with random chickens running around and local people in the houses and little huts. It's a nice walk. It only takes around 10 minutes if that to get to the actual waterfall. But when you get to the waterfall, you'll hear it before you see it. It's a really powerful waterfall. It's massive. You can hear it before you can even see it. And there's loads of little tiny birds flying around everywhere. It's got a nice backdrop with the greenery behind it. There's not a pool there where you can swim in though. So the waterfall crashes onto kind of like a flat land. There is a little pool that's made from the waterfall, but it's just all like little bits of stone. And there's rocks there. You can't really chill in it, and you know, it's just one to see, take some photos. Yeah, but it is a really good waterfall to see, and it's probably one of the easiest waterfalls to see in Bali. It's just so easy to get to and it's just so impressive. There was a guy there that was doing a photo shoot with a girl in a white dress and a guy in a suit. Typical photo shoot everywhere we go. Hello! Hello! And next up is Honky waterfall. That's around 10-15 minutes trek from Munduk waterfall. Again, nice leisurely walk, not too strenuous or anything. Before you get there, you get to a hut where you have to pay 10,000 rupiah. For children, it's 5,000 rupiah. When you get there, this is a bit different. There's a 200-300 steps to go down. It's a few steps, maybe 200-300 steps. So if it is wet or it's been raining, just make sure you take it steady. It's not too strenuous. Make sure you got the right foot gear on. Don't be wearing sandals because it's not great to be doing it in sandals.
Once you get to the bottom, you cross this makeshift bamboo bridge, but don't worry, it's safe. Well, it was safe for us. This waterfall isn't the biggest waterfall, but it has its own charm. There was like a ray of sunshine beaming through the trees, and it was just really, really nice, wasn't it? It was kind of like magical, and there were like butterflies flying around, and there was a nice bridge with a stream going underneath it.
So the last waterfall for the day is Melanting waterfall. The Honky waterfall to Melanting waterfall, it's around a 20-minute trek.
Yeah, and you'll know when you get there because you'll see a big sign that says Melanting, and you kind of go through the sign where you know you're going to start your actual trek down to the waterfall.
So to get to the actual Melanting waterfall, you will have to go down some steps again, and these ones are a lot steeper than the previous ones, so just take your time, take it easy.
So we've been going down these steps for about 10 minutes, and they're really steep steps. Some might say this is a Langting.
It's not too strenuous, but if it's wet or it's been slippery, just take your time, you'll be alright.
I can see it! This waterfall has some serious splashback. Before you even see the waterfall, you'll be able to feel particles of the water touching you, won't you? When you actually get to see it, you'll be soaked. You'll be absolutely drenched. The backsplash, the water that comes off it gets you from so far away. Just from here, all the way to Woody over there, and you still get wet.
I had to stand back 20-30 metres away from Kerry trying to take photos of her and video footage.
Bikini and trainers, what is going on here?
Because the lens on the camera was just getting sprayed by the water, even though we're so far back. It's because it's so powerful, it just sprays all the way out. It
was a nice waterfall, like we are glad we did it, and it was part of the trail anyway. For some reason, it wasn't as great as people made out. When we were there, it was good, we're glad we saw it, but then the trek leaving from there was so strenuous and quite hard.
It's a long way back up and you will be quite tired, so just make sure you bring plenty of water. Take some rest on the way back up. Follow the route round, you'll get back up onto the roads again, back to civilization, back to normality. You can get some food, relax, chill out. The kick-off day 2, Sekumpu Waterfall.
Run our way to Sekumpu Waterfall.
Can I see your driving licence, please?
Sekumpu Waterfall is one of the famous waterfalls. It takes about 1 hour to get there by taxi or scooter, whatever you've got. When you park up for this one, you will get guides hassling you again. We're quite adventurous when it comes to waterfalls, so when we turned up, there were some guides hassling us and saying, oh, you'll never be able to get there, it's really difficult. And we were just like, yeah, whatever, jog on. So we just thought, oh, we're gonna do it ourselves and, you know, head to the waterfalls ourselves, we'll be fine. Looking back, to anyone who wants an easy life, I would recommend getting a guide. Because a lot of people that we did see got guides and they probably got there before us. Yeah. We probably took a long way around trying to get there. Because it is difficult, because once you're there, there's no signs, it's just dirt paths. And at some points, it's either left or right. You just gotta guess. Yeah. There's no way about it, you just gotta guess. Or if there's some locals hanging around, which there is. They'll happily tell you where it is and in which direction. Just takes a little bit of finding, that's all. Yeah, if you don't want that stress, just get yourself a tour guide. If you want a bit of an adventure, then yeah, you don't need a tour guide and just do it like we did and find your way yourself, really. We also use Google Maps offline, so if you use that and you put in Sekumpu Waterfall, it's really good. It helps a lot for trekking. You can kind of use it as a compass and as a guide, but we did ask locals mainly how to get there. 10 minutes in of walking, we've already got a little bit lost because there's no signs anywhere. You literally have to ask the locals. So we started off the trek by walking and then realised that, well, we kept seeing kids driving around on scooters, so we decided to walk back and get our scooter because we knew it was going to take a while to get there. There's loads of kids on scooters driving through. So we ended up driving halfway there, which took about 10 minutes drive. Doing this walking business. If there's kids driving, I'm gonna drive, so we did that instead. But the paths are quite narrow. Yeah, they're literally the size of your scooter. Yeah, you don't have much leeway if you go in there. So if you're not used to driving scooters that much around Southeast Asia and that, just don't bother, don't do it. I wouldn't recommend it. But if you're confident, you can do it. Little paths like this, so you can easily drive on it if you're a confident driver. But you get to a certain point where it's just stairs.
Got to park up at some local people's house, which is like a shack in the jungle somewhere. Leave our bike because the rest of the way is stairs now.
So we ended up parking at some random person's house. Luckily there was in and it says, yeah, you can park there. and then we just walked the rest of the way then.
Yeah, because it's all steps from there, so you do have to walk down.
The walk down there, it's not strenuous at all or anything. You come to the top, then you can see the top of the waterfall. You come to like a cliff edge.
Oh, and it's just amazing.
Surrounded by all this greenery and trees.
Yeah, you're in the heart of the jungle by this point. So you can see the top of the waterfall crashing down to the bottom, and it's such an amazing waterfall. It's one of those insta famous waterfalls that you see all the time where people get a picture from this point. Oh my god, we made it! So we thought we were nearly there, but we were so wrong. We were still quite far away, probably only halfway there.
Another 25 minutes, half an hour's walking trek to do, and this is pretty steep. You're gonna have to take your time here, and if you've got sandals, I warned you before, don't bring your sandals. You're gonna have to wear proper hiking boots, or at the very least trainers. We
did read a lot online that it was really, really hard and really difficult. It's not. But if you do wear trainers, it's fine. You can just walk down there. It's not overly difficult like we read online. So we just want to stress that it is a little bit more harder than other waterfalls that we've been to.
Once you get down there, probably our favourite waterfall, wasn't it?
Yeah, definitely the best waterfall we've been to in Bali. You can feel the force! It was just amazing and definitely worth the struggle.
There's a lot of overhype on social media, Instagram, everything, but this one isn't actually overhyped at all. It is worth going to see. Again, one of the best waterfalls we've seen. So in summary, for Sukhumvit waterfall, you're going to need about 45 minutes to 1 hour's trekking time. It costs 20,000 rupiah to get in for adults, 10,000 for children, and the way back up is going to be hard. We stopped like 2 or 3 times. You've been warned, it's going to be hard. Make sure you get some snacks with you and bring plenty of water for this one. The last 2 waterfalls we're going to couple together because they're literally 5 minutes apart. Croya waterfall and Aling-Aling. A lot of people get Croya and Aling-Aling mixed up. Aling-Aling and Croya waterfall entrance, when you get there, there's a bit of a confusing pricing guide, which is a bit weird. So you can just get an entrance ticket, which is fairly cheap, and then it goes up to having a tour guide so you can jump off the little cliff edge and swim. And then I think there's another fee if you want to slide down the actual waterfall itself.
But we've only paid for a waterfall ticket. Apparently there's a few different tickets you can pay for.
It's around a 30 minutes trek.
And it's quite an easy trek to get there. It's just a 30-minute walk, leisurely walk.
Check the view. Check the view. Check the view. Hey guys!
No.
Check the view. View. Check. Check the view on the way to... What's what?
Don't say check the view.
You said say check the view.
No, I didn't. Yeah. Just say where we're going and what I've just said on the story. Aling-Aling.
Aling-Aling-Aling. Waterfall, that's where we're going. It's a nice view, have a look.
I've shown this already. Stop going on about it.
You didn't have to show it, then you'd skip it.
No, because you keep making me do that.
F you, remember
anyway.
That. When you're editing, remember that. F you.
Once we was down there, no one checks it and no one was supervising, saying what ticket have you got. So
we saw people jumping off and having the time of their lives, and we were gonna just risk it and jump off the cliff, but because we didn't pay the ticket, I was a bit scared to jump off, so we didn't end up jumping off, did we? This is like a really fun waterfall, so definitely do this one and definitely pay for a guide and do the full experience, because looking back I do regret not doing it. This waterfall's really nice. There's loads of little areas where you can go jump in, dive in. That guy's gonna slide down. Oh my god, he's going.
This is one for the enthusiasts. Jump off the cliff, do it all, swim in it.
It's a really fun waterfall, and there's monkeys there. We saw some monkeys there too.
Yeah, saw some monkeys.
From that point, you can walk 5 minutes up to Aling-Aling waterfall, and Aling-Aling waterfall is nice. It's not amazing though, is it? It's not all the hype, but I think people accidentally tag Croya waterfall as Aling-Aling, and it's not, it's actually Croya waterfall. So when you do walk up to Aling-Aling, it is nice, it's just not amazing, is it, compared to what you, well, because the other one was so fun.
Yeah, we enjoy Croya waterfall a lot more than Aling-Aling. Aling-Aling does look nice, more picturesque.
And when you get to Aling-Aling waterfall, it's got some steel steps that are made there, aren't there?
Yeah.
That you go down so you can actually get to the waterfall. It's like some little huts at the top of the waterfall as well, which is quite nice.
Just to summarise Aling-Aling and Croya waterfall, pricing ranges if you just want the entrance fee, or if you want a guide to jump off the cliff edge, go down the natural water slide of the waterfall.
Make sure you check it out, it's really fun.
So that summarises our 2-day Munduk itinerary, waterfall itinerary. Let us know what you think in the comments below. If you like this video, give us a subscribe button, just hover that little mouse icon over the subscribe and click subscribe. That would be much appreciated.
Yeah, and this is our first ever video, so if you've got any feedback, do let us know. We are open to critique. We really want to help you guys by giving you more information on future videos, so please let us know what you think. Awkward.